Yeah, so it's recording also. Yeah. So basically, the Kaldi is a open source toolkit in which, by using this, we create models for automatic speech recognition. So this is like basically only for research purpose. Like the industry doesn't use it for the production based as such, but for the research purpose to get like how our model is behaving or how our algorithms are behaving, we use this Kaldi software. Okay. So basically, first we need to install it. So in this, by it's a open source Git directly available on GitHub. So we Git clone it, and then we follow certain steps which are given on this website. So in this, we first go to the tools. Like as I, it takes much more time. So I Git cloned it. So this is Kaldi. We go it into the tools like by using the terminal. You can see my terminal.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So basically, we go into the tools and then we do follow these steps. Like into these tools, we follow these steps like doing make and then make dependent. We follow certain like it requires some dependencies as well. So we need to check the dependencies as well. And accordingly, we follow this process to install the Kali dependencies and other softwares which Kali need for developing the for creating the models and all. So I'll share this website as well. You can go through it and we can you need to install this. Once we have installed this, we'll go to this documentation. Once we have installed this, it is not like we directly give a audio and it will give us the transcription. We need to train it first. So for training, the Kaldi is lexicon dependent. Lexicon, I think the Rajesh sir and Vipul sir both have told you regarding what is lexicon. Those are the smallest word letters we can say, or the smallest pronunciation of a word, right? So we need to prepare those as well. So there are two kinds of data we need to prepare. One is acoustic data and one is language data. We'll see what is needed and what data we need to create for Kali. So the first thing we need to create is wave.scp. So in wave.scp, what comes in this is just this, the audio name. Like you can see it's 442.wave. So it's the audio name and the path to that wave file, we can say like this. These are the files this is the text file or .scp file we need to create and save it to this data. Like I'll show you one yes no example. So in this, if you go to data, this is train yes no. So in this, you can see this wave.scp is there. Let it just open. Yeah. So these are the wave files. Like you can see it's there in wave yes no zero. This is the wave file name, and here also it's a wave file name. This is the file we need to create by our own. Okay. The next is text file we need to create, the training text file. In this also, you can see it's the wave file name and wave corresponding text of that wave file like that. I'll show that as well. This is the text file we need to create. So if you listen, I'll give you listen as well. Yeah. So this is the wave file. Yeah. So this is no, 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 yes, yes, yes. It was like that. So no, 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 yes, 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 yes. So this was the wave file. For this is the text for this corresponding wave file. Okay. Text file we need to create. Next is utterance to speaker. This is also a wave file. This is also text file kind of thing we need to create. So I'll show you that as well, like how it looks. Like this. If you don't have any corresponding speaker or something, you can just give it as a global. Like this is the corresponding speaker. If it's like a male, you need to specify male over here, or if it's a female, you need to basically a set of
Sir,
audio.
if we don't put this file, then
Software won't run, the scripts won't run of this Kali. The Kali scripts need all these files to create the posterior probabilities and to create the alignments and all.
okay, means speaker is indeed necessary.
Yeah, speaker is necessary. So basically, if you have only one speaker in your file, or if you don't want to bifurcate according to the speaker, you can give a single speaker to everyone, all the audio files.
Okay, sir. Also, in example, there is male, female, but we don't have in the test set male, female.
Yeah,
So
so
giving
no, not in test file. You don't have to create anything in your test file. These all are in for your training file only.
hmm, sir, like we don't sir said that in the final
Mm-hmm.
test result we won't get the gender thing. Like
Yeah,
there
so
will just be a simple wave file.
yeah,
So
so
here there is something like gender to speaker.
yeah,
So
so
we need to make that file or we can just leave.
so I'm telling you, the files you need to create are wave.scp file, text file,
Hmm.
and utterance to speaker file. So if you don't have like, consider if you don't have any speaker bifurcation in your training data, no, you can just put a single speaker name or like this global every for each and every audio file. That's absolutely fine.
And so keep them in the same folder.
Yeah, keep them in a same folder. Got it?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So this is the utterance to speaker file unit. So basically one, two, and three files you need to create. Only three files.
So in the task, in the this website link, it is given speaker to gender also.
That's not needed. Like if you want to create certain kind
Okay,
of
that's not.
more
This is
info,
not necessary.
this is not necessary as such. If you want to
Okay.
include this as well, like these all are used to make it like more robust to speaker as well. Like speaker based feature extraction if you want to do, then this is more you need to create this as well. But for a basic one, that's absolutely fine. There is no need for that. Like for speaker diarization can also be done using Kali. So when doing all that stuff, we need to create this speaker to gender one.
Hmm.
Okay. This
Okay.
corpus.txt is also not needed. It is automatically created. It's not needed as such. Okay. So, and now comes the language. So basically only three files you need to create. Wave.scp, text and utterance to speaker. If you have created these three files properly, there won't be any error in your data preparation for acoustic data. Fine. The next come is this language data. So in this you need to create lexicon. So what is lexicon? Each and every unique word from your text file, the training text, each and every unique word, you need to create it. And there are non-silent phones as well. These are the phonemes which are there with you, right? If you want to create your own phoneme data set, you can create. If you want it, use directly from other website as well, from any English data, you can get it from there as well. That's not an issue. So in this, I can show you local language. Yeah. So these are the phonemes. Only Y and N is used as the phoneme here. Okay. And the lexicon. This is the lexicon they have used. For yes, Y, and for no, the lexicon is N. This is the mapping they have done. So this is very toy example we can say, but while doing the actual uh, making the actual data set, you need to make it more use all these phonemes, the English phonemes, and like you can see this zero is written as Z I Y R O W. So for English data set, you will get the data for all this. But for any other language, you need to create it by your own. Fine. Any doubt in this? Just look at this and tell me like any doubt in this. We need to then give some silence phones as well. So these are the list of silence phonemes. But basically, we don't keep any phones as the silence because each and every data is important for us. So we just give them this SIL and SPM. These are the two silence phones. Because for this, like there are sometimes space or silence are there, right? So these are the silence phones we need to give an optional silence text as well. So these are the four files in language data we need to create. One is lexicon.txt, other is non-silence phones.txt, silence phone, and optional silence.txt. Four files we need to create in language data. Once we have created all these files, right, the next part, I'll show you this next part as well. Once we have created utterance to speaker, right, we need to create speaker to utterance as well, but it can be done directly using a command. Yeah, this is the command we need to use to directly create speaker to utterance using utterance to speaker file. It will directly create it. Okay. Now next I'll explain you this script. This is already in script included in yes no example, but for your own example you need to create it according to yourself. But there are certain steps you need to follow. First is feature extraction. So basically feature extraction is done for both the files, test files and the training files, right? So in this they are used for train yes no and test yes no, where there are the view files, and in this they have passed the MFCC feature extraction part. Steps make MFCC. This is the number of jobs. So basically, if you have 10 audios and if you pass uh, NJ10, it will take 10 audios as a batch and it will extract the MFCC features from them. And where are these audio files? So you need to give your wave.scp path here. Okay.
Sir, in this I have a doubt. In this demo session which is given in the website, sir, there is also a thing of sorting.
So basically, yeah, in that, if you want to do sort and all everything, it you can do that. Doesn't create any issue, but this make the
Sir, yes.
yeah
One. So can you just open that stuff once?
yeah.
Uh, Down where this sorting thing is given.
Just a second. You are asking this one, the sorted of
No,
the
sir. No, sir. In the run dot of this example.
in this website only you are asking.
Yeah, in this website, the demo tutorial you gave,
Mm-hmm.
it's run.py file.
Py or
So I think you are
ps?
you are in data prep HTML. I'm talking about this Kaldi's for Dummies tutorial.
Okay.
Print out.
Okay, in this you are asking.
So here, this one given, yeah. So, for making this, for sorting this, here a code is given in
Let
this
me
only.
just check. Number of parallel jobs are there. So preparing acoustic data in this, I already told you, like you need to create speaker to utterance file using this PL script, and then while making extracting the features file, this feeds.scv, to create this, you need to validate the data. So when you validate this, it will sort the data. It will check like if all the data is in proper format or not, and it will fix the data according to that, like proper sorting if needed.
So for doing this of the testing thing, we just need to replace train by test.
Yeah, train by test. Yeah, nothing else.
Okay.
So that's what they have done here. This train yes no and test yes no, because this was just a small toy set, so no sorting and nothing was needed here. So it's fine here. Yeah. So here also they have done at the end this fixed data. So using this fixed data dir.sh, the sorting and everything is done here. Okay. Next is, once you have extracted the features, using the training features, we do the monophone training. The monophone training is the step for monophone training is given here. This total number of Gaussians, the monophone and triphone are GMM, HMM based training, right? So this total Gaussian is a hyperparameter which we need to figure out like how much we need to give it according to our like how is our data. Is there is more silence, we give it like more Gaussians or less Gaussians accordingly. So once we have done this monophone training, the we need to make a graph to map the training of acoustic train data to the language data. So we use this inbuilt MK graph, make graph.sh, and pass this data and language part to that. Once we have done this, we use this decoding step, the step.decode.sh, which give us the WER of that corresponding data set of the test data using this graph. Like we have done this mapping, and using that mapping, we decode the testing data of that. Okay. So when during your like assignment or something like that, when when sir give you around like consider only 10 waves audio sets, okay, 10 wave files, and you don't have any corresponding text or anything to so it's not possible for us to calculate the WER exactly for that, because we don't have the ground truth, right? So it's not possible to create that or to get the word error rate of that corresponding test data. So it will be around 100% only, because you need to give a, like if you will see a data test. So in this also they have given a text file in test data also to calculate the WER for that. But while when we are doing, we don't have the text data, right? So we need to keep it blank, like the text data for test audio will be blank over here. So we won't be able to calculate any WER. Once we,
Yeah, you said no, it is compulsory to put the text document.
for training data we need to put, not for the test.
Okay, for testing, no need to put text data.
No, because like consider the real scenario, right? When we someone will give you a test audio, they won't be giving you a text data, corresponding text data, right? We need to decode from the audio.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. So
So then
basically,
how it will take the accuracy and stuff?
that's what, like, to calculate the accuracy, you need some ground truth, right? If you have the ground truth, you need to put it into the text. And if you don't have the ground truth, it's not possible to calculate the word error rate without the ground truth, right? If it's one or two audio, we can manually annotate it. But if it's like thousands of audio, we can't annotate all the audios, right?
So in the testing not required.
Yeah, so in testing, it's not exactly required, but to calculate the accuracy or something like that, to calculate the word error rate, you need to get the ground truth for that. It's compulsory to get the ground truth to calculate the word error rate.
Okay, for accuracy we need to put test, otherwise we don't need to put.
Yeah, otherwise we don't need to put, like, if you have already tested your audio model, and if you want to give it to someone to just say, like, put the audio file into this, and you will get the output like that.
So utter to speaker is required then.
Hmm?
Utter to speaker
Yeah, for testing, you need to
testing.
you need to require wave.scp and utterance to speaker file. And using this utterance to speaker, you need to create speaker to utterance as well.
Hmm.
And text data, you can just keep it as a blank. That's not an issue. Fine. So once you have done this, you will get in this exp folder, you will get decode test, this WER of all the files you will get. This is just the WER, like 0%. So it exactly decoded the input audio as same as the output, like that. But in the real time, we need to give the exact output as well, right? So in scoring, yeah. So when you do this, right, the decode.sh, in this, if you will see, this decode.sh, once after doing this decode.sh, you will get some of the TRA file, .tra file in exp folder. Okay, so I'll show you one more thing. Yeah. So once you have got this decoding step done, right? So in this folder, exp mono decode scoring, you will get a .tra file. So using this TRA file, you can, in this TRA file, there will be the probabilities, like posterior probabilities of each and every word from your lexicon. Fine. So using that, you need to decode it into a human readable format. So using this int to symbol, integer to symbol.pl file, if you run this to a particular .tra file, it will convert those numbers to a human readable format, like some text it will give, and you can directly echo it to a particular text file, whatever you want to, like that. And this was just a toy example in which only mono training was done, monophone training. But if you want to go more deep into this, there are all these files which will have some certain run.sh, You can go through this. Like in this, if you want to see, this all are preparing the n-gram models as well, the language n-gram models. Then MFCC is extracted here. The basic monophone training is done. Then they have aligned it. Then they have done this delta training. In delta training is basically the taking the first derivatives and then taking the doing the training of that. Then double deltas are done. Then this saturation training is done here. And even this DNN models are been done using this TDNN. So you need to explore, like the software is very vast here, so you need to explore the contents of Kali to basically do this. The diarization is also done here. And another good thing is the Kali. Kali has given some trained models as well. The trained model using multi-condition Fisher English language, the LibreSpeech ASR model with 900 hours of data. They have created a trained model. You can directly use this trained model to do your corresponding decoding as well. This speaker diarization or speech activity detection model is also been trained in this. And another thing, if you get stuck anywhere, the the Google group is also there. Like this is very responsive. If you ask good doubts here, this is like people do get respond like in a like hour or 2 hours from the Kali developers. But your doubt should be genuine. It shouldn't be a very small doubt like my run.sh is not running or something like that. So this Dan Pavio has created this. He also does reply on this as well. There are certain kind of scripts, inbuilt scripts here you can see. In this also TensorFlow flow based RNN models are there. The PyTorch based models are there in which you can train the transformer based models and everything you can do here. So basically you need to explore these scripts. All the scripts are written according to the data set they have, but you need to explore like how you can use those scripts for your own data set like this. But the basic files you need to create by your own. And then I think after that there is not much needed because you need to change the scripts of your scripts according to your data set. That's it. Nothing more than that.
So in the output we get WER file. What does it imply? Can you tell?
So basically, wait, I'll just show it to you. Yes, my example. So basically, this is the WER and the sentence error rate, right? So WER is like consider I have speaking how the audio files contain yes, no, yes, okay, and the decoded output is yes, yes, yes. So there were two word error rates, right? Word error, there were error in two words. So it will give, according to that, it will give me like three sentence and two errors were there. Three words and two words were incorrectly. So according to that, it will calculate the word error rate and it will give us the percentage of how many words are incorrectly decoded in your data set.
So WER means word error and SER means sentence error.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that. So there were around 29 sentences and all were correctly decoded. So zero sentences were incorrectly decoded like that. And in this are the insertion, deletion, and substitution. So basically, insertion is if a extra word is been decoded, it will give us like one this much extra words were decoded or inserted while decoding. Deletion is like if there are five words spoke or in ground truth if there are five words and only three words were decoded. So it will give like 2 word deleted, and substitution is like number of wrong words substituted in place of correct, like that. Yeah.
And sir, where do we get this matrix form which sir told to obtain
Which
accurately this?
hmm?
The sir told to finally submitted the matrices, na?
Which
So this
metrics?
matrix.
Yeah, these are the metrics, right? The word error rate and the sentence error rate are the
Okay.
metrics. These are the metrics we use for the speech recognition, the word error rate, and there is one more, the character error rate, but that we don't use it on a much large scale. But these two are the widely used, the word error rate and the sentence error rate. So any more doubt, like you need to explore all this stuff here, the EGS stuff. Each and every model is unique in themselves. So you can just go through it, how the DNN models have been written. And basically for DNN models, your data set should be like more than 30 hours. It won't run below that. I think, yeah, 30 hours is the limit. So it needs to be more than 30 hours for the DNN model to train for Kali. It won't run without that. And even for that, Kali also, DNN models need the latest DNN models need the GPU compulsion. Without GPU, can't train the DNN models on Kali. So while installing Kali, there should be CUDA installed prior to that. Any doubt here? So this was the basic one. And if you have any doubt, you can anyway put it on the forum. I'll try to answer it as much as possible. Okay. Shall we stop here? Fine, we'll stop here. And like, if you have any doubt or something like that, I'll put this audio video on forum as well. And if you have any doubt, you can write it on the forum. Just don't create a new forum every time. Just keep on continuing on that, and we'll do it. Okay.